guys, Angel here. So excited about this video. This video is a little bit near and dear to my heart. I'm going to share with you guys the 3 to 4 things that I believe that every woman should have before she lays down to have sex. Now, let me give a disclaimer. I did not have any of these things before I laid down to have sex for my very first time. This is why I am so passionate about it, in spreading this message and letting other women know to save yourself. I get questions from women in their 20s. I did want to mention that this video is for my girls in their 20s. If you are in your 30s or whatever and you can benefit from this information, feel free to do so. But I'm really talking to my 20-something year olds right now because I get so many messages from you guys that are complicating your lives so much more than it has to be right now by having sex. This is something that I preach in my home. You guys know I have 2 girls. One is 20 and the other one is 13. One of my daughters, which you guys can obviously tell which one it was, that did not practice having sex after marriage. My oldest daughter lost her virginity. So you guys know that was a very devastating time in my life, in her life, in just in something that we went through as a family together, and something that she needed to go through her own particular healing. But this is something that is so heavy on me because this is, like I said, it's not something that I did, but you guys are complicating your lives way more than it has to be by participating in such an adult activity, and you guys cannot afford to do this. So the 3 to 4 things that I believe that every woman should have prior to laying down to have sex is, number 1, a ring, which means that you are married. You know, the scripture tells us to wait until we're married. I know Steve Harvey has his 90-day rule. I am a huge fan of Steve Harvey. However, I don't agree with everything that he says. Steve Harvey says 90 days. God says marriage. So that's number 1. I believe that you should be married. The second thing that I believe that every woman should have is some transportation, because by the time you get up from compromising your body or from sharing your body with another person, you have totally changed the whole rhythm of your body. All of your cells are now reconstructing. You have totally changed the physiology of your body. So you need to go get checked out. If you don't have transportation to get you to the doctors, guess what? You are just going to sit there and hope and wish and pray that you didn't catch anything, that you're not pregnant, and you guys know the list goes on and on. The third thing that I believe that you should have prior to having sex is your own health insurance. If you guys are out here having sex, not taking yourself to the doctor, and don't have the health insurance to go see a physician, you guys are going to have to go to a clinic, somewhere where it's free, somewhere where you don't have a personal relationship with your family doctor or your gynecologist. You just literally have to go and sit and wait in this waiting room with other women that don't have any health insurance, and that's just basically asking the state in which they live in to pay for them compromising their body. That is not okay. And the fourth and final thing is obviously a job, because you're going to need to take care of yourself. God forbid if you get pregnant, how are you going to support yourself? I'm not saying to not have sex. Sex is a beautiful thing. It's one of my favorite things to do, is to have sex with my husband. So I'm not saying that it's a bad thing and that you need to stay away from it. It's just simply, if you can't afford to do it, don't do it. Now, I know a lot of you guys are not going to wait until marriage, or a lot of you guys don't even want to get married. And I understand that. And even though it goes up against my very belief system in the way that God constructed things for the married couple to have sex, if you guys are not going to get married, make sure you have your own job, make sure you have your own transportation, and make sure you have your own health insurance. So what you're doing yourself, you don't put that burden and that responsibility on other people. Guys, I love you guys from the bottom to the top. I want you guys to have all the sex, all the orgasms that your body can muster and take. It is a beautiful thing. However, I believe that especially if you guys are 25 and under, your brains are not even fully developed yet. And I lost my virginity at 14. I mean, that's insane to me now. To know that my youngest daughter is 13, and when I was her age, the very next year, I was giving my body away. Like, that is insane to me now. I mean, it's just insane. 2 kids having sex. I could have gotten pregnant. I could have gotten an STD, like anything at 14. It's just too much. You don't have to complicate your life like that right now, and you don't have to complicate your body right now. I just want you guys to take care of yourself, so when you do have sex finally with the man that God created to be your spouse or to be your partner for the rest of your life, your vagina will be intact. You're just literally saving all of your goodies and goodness for a man that has committed to loving you and only you for the rest of your life. There's no better sex than that. There just isn't. I've had sex before marriage and I've had sex after marriage. And sex on the other side of marriage is so much better. Both of you guys are literally taking care of each other. You're loving one another. If anything happened, if God forbid anything happened sexually, both of you guys are there going to the doctor together. It's not just you just got up from having sex with somebody and now you got to go to the doctors by yourself because it was just a one-night stand. The guy didn't care. And you guys literally are just, especially if you guys are women. Now, I didn't start having orgasms until later on in life. So if you women are out here having sex like I was without even having an orgasm, you guys are literally just pleasing this dude. And that is it. You guys aren't even being pleasured yourself. You're literally just getting up out of that bed with a wet ass, and that's it. So if that is not something that you want and you really want to grab a hold of who you are and truly love who you are, stop having sex until you can afford to have sex. I love you guys from the bottom to the top, and I hope you guys take this message to heart. If you guys are having sex and this message pricked you in any way, that is an indication that you need to stop. Just end it. I've talked to young girls in my presence that have literally called their boyfriends right then and there and were like, listen, we're going to cut this out. We're going to do it the right way. So I have that same exact faith in whoever watches this video that this message penetrated your heart or affected you in any way. Guys, I love you from the bottom to the top, and I'll see you in the next video.